Is this thing on or how's it going? Well, hello and how's it going? Well, how's it going?
Hello, and how's it going? Hello, how's it going?
Well, how's it going? Well, how's it going?
Well, no, sorry. Well, how's it going?
Well, how's it going? I'm here with you. I looked at you and I started
I was
laughing.
going to say good.
Well, how's it going? I'm here with Christian and Madison, and we're back.
We are back.
The back, baby. My phone vibrated.
Try not to laugh.
Well, how's it going? That was
Thanks.
terrible. That was so bad.
Yeah.
I'm here with Christian Karamanich and Madison Phipps. I'm going to save it.
Who are you?
Ben
That was
Spiteri.
saved.
Yeah, Ben Spiteri.
Yep.
Nice.
With a fresh haircut.
Yeah, with a
From
fresh
Just
haircut.
Cuts. Shout out to Just Cuts Coral.
Yeah.
Mow and go.
Okay.
No.
And the cut's not the only thing that's new, is it? We're in a new recording area.
Oh, yeah, we
Oh,
are.
yes.
Sorry. I forgot because
Yeah.
that's the second time we've recorded this week. I've broken the first rule in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Christian didn't want us to reveal. We've already recorded 2 episodes, but unfortunately they are.
We had technical difficulties and they're unusable.
We all looked much better on Monday. I'm just going to put it out there.
Madison had a lovely dress on.
Yeah,
and
pink dress on.
not that you don't look good today. I
Thanks.
just. I realised as I said that was bad.
Yeah, she actually looked really good on Monday. Yeah, true. Yeah, so we've gone a bit more casual approach today. I just thought, just in case this audio doesn't work, at least we haven't put as much effort in. So,
I didn't say what the technical issue was. We should have just kept it vague, Madison.
what?
I said technical difficulties. Leave it at that.
Oh, okay, all right. Sorry, well, I've broken the second rule.
Anyway, we have a new recording studio. We also now have lighting too. So if we look a bit brighter and, well, not brighter actually, the office lights from our old studio was
Pretty bright.
overly bright, harshly bright. So we got softer light now. Hopefully we look a little bit more, I don't know, professional. Is that the word I'm looking for?
Yeah. Well, lights aren't going to help us sound brighter.
No.
So-
Well, no, that one's on us.
Fake it till you make it.
Something like that.
Exactly right.
The other thing that I did want to mention before we jump into the actual content of today's episode, because we forgot to do it on our last failed recording session, was we have had a rate hike.
Oh, shut up. We did talk about it
I know.
and you didn't want to talk about it.
Yeah, but no, because we spoke about it late. Remember, it was like we were halfway through the
We were like
second
5
episode.
minutes
and we
in.
forgot about it. It was the second
Oh,
episode.
All right.
Though.
No worries. You do your piece. Sorry.
Do you want to talk about it?
No, you talk
I
about
was
it.
just going to say that in case people have been living under a rock, just so they know there's been a rate hike.
And if you were listening to our previous episode, someone on the podcast actually predicted that we were going to get 2 rate rises early in the new year.
Who was that? Was it Dom?
Nostradamus.
Oh, I thought it was Dom.
Right here.
So, Christian, what would that mean on what's the average first home buyer looking at on a
See,
$1
that's
million
a real,
loan?
that's a real podcast question.
Yeah.
Actually
what are
informative.
they? Yeah. What are they looking at? Like, what's the difference in their life going to be week to week or month to month?
I don't have the exact numbers in front of me, and I don't want to throw.
I think I can help you with that.
Okay.
Because I worked it out. I think it's $190 on $1 million loan.
Yeah, I was about to say 190 or 220 or
190
something
a
like
month,
that.
Per
from
month,
my
yeah.
understanding.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
So look, the difference
They
is
work a
obviously.
few extra hours.
Well, it might not sound like a lot, but at the end of the day, usually
$50 a week, you got to pull it from somewhere.
that's only one rate hike. If there's more to come, which we don't know if there will be, we'll have to ask Nostradamus over there if there will be more.
Already predicted too. So I think,
It adds up very quickly.
unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, bolster up and don't go spending because another one will come.
Save your pennies.
Another one will come. I'm already calling it
Yeah,
right here. Clip it.
yeah, we're not stoked on rate hikes at the moment, but
No.
I
Sorry.
reckon May.
I reckon the next meeting.
I want. You know what?
They're
No,
gonna go
I
again.
reckon May. I
They're
reckon
gonna
they'll
go
give it.
again.
I reckon they'll give it a little bit, see what happens, test the waters, and I reckon another one's coming in May.
Come back to me once we have the March quarter inflation data, then I'll let you know.
Underlying inflation. It's going up again.
Trimmed meat.
Caught me off guard with that one.
I think she meant trimmed mean.
Yeah, when I
Oh.
trimmed trimmed meat, remember?
I thought you said trimmed meat.
I did.
She did.
Oh, you did.
That's
Okay,
how I
sorry.
remember.
We're on the same page.
If you're worried about inflation, you just got to make sure you trim the meat.
Yeah,
trim some,
that's it.
yeah.
Trim
your
some
meat,
fat off the
save some for
spending.
later.
Yeah, there
yeah.
you go. Trim the meat a little bit.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how I remembered it. So there you go.
Okay, well,
Good.
anyway, moving on very swiftly from that conversation. Now I'm just thinking about food. Reddit.
Debutante.
Today's
Okay.
episode, we are looking at doing some
Yes.
more Reddit reacts. So I have taken a little bit of getting some more Reddit content. We had some some Reddit stories from our previous failed recording session, which we're not going to reuse now because the whole point is that they're raw
Raw.
reactions from these two over here.
Maybe it was a saving grace.
I feel
was
like
one-
of
there
them-
was
one of them
one-
was actually really good that I do want to keep tabs on.
Yes.
The one with the
Yeah.
deck.
Correct. I just don't know how we're going to get that out to people.
Well, we can just know.
Why don't you
maybe-
just film a short?
We could do that.
Yeah. We'll see how we go.
We'll see.
But anyway,
Well,
let's do the freshies.
Anyway, I'm going to start with a quick one. This one's not. I've got more this time that are not as long. There's a couple of long ones, but
Okay.
more shorter
Short and
ones too.
punchy.
So this one, the title of it. This is pretty much all of them are from that the Oz Property Chat thread, the subreddit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same one. There's so much.
Sponsor it.
There is so much that goes on in that subreddit. It is insane. Like it's crazy. Anyway, agent refusing entry for pre-settlement inspection is the title of the post, which is already off to a
Agent refusing entry for pre-settlement inspection.
Mhm. So I'm
Okay.
settling on a property
We can
tomorrow
try.
afternoon and was meant to be doing pre-settlement inspection today, which was organized a fortnight ago. The place is currently tenanted. The real estate agent has called us this morning to let us know that the property manager is refusing entry. I suspect that they or the tenants were never told about the inspection.
Oh, we're doing that
Yes.
now. Yeah.
Is the agent and the property manager from the same agency?
Yeah, that's
It
what
doesn't
might
say.
That's important.
It doesn't say. Do we have any way to compel the vendor to give us access to inspect? Alternatively, if we are denied an inspection, are we able to use our previous inspection to make a claim against the seller if we discover any significant damage done to the property in the intervening period?
I think once you've settled, you've settled.
Yeah.
You're settled, you're settled.
That's why you need to do a final inspection. Your
but good luck.
solicitor, your
Do you know-
solicitor or conveyancer should hold up settlement.
Well, do you know
until
what I would do? Well, also more importantly, you're obviously not taking over vacant possession because
Correct.
the tenants are remaining in there. So then who's to determine by the next time you see it, whether it's a routine or whatever, what's been done in that time? I'd probably hold a little bit of money in the trust when the tenants do let you in the next few weeks. Get in there.
That's the way around it. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Smart.
And look, pretty much every single comment on there was saying, do not settle until you've done
Yeah.
that inspection.
Correct.
I just thought,
Convey wouldn't let you settle.
no,
Yeah.
absolutely not. I don't think any conveyancer worth, what you pay them would say to you, you're not settling until you've had
Yeah.
a final inspection.
I want to be fair. The conveyancer hasn't said anything in this thread,
No.
so I don't want to hold anything against them. But
But the
The-
buyer should be like, I'm all for posting your things, but the conveyancer should be involved in that
Yeah.
discussion. Like
You
that
shouldn't,
should be the
shouldn't have
first.
to go to Reddit for answers.
Exactly
Your
right.
conveyancer should be the
You
one
can ask
saying,
the
Conveyancer
oh,
should be the one. Yeah.
yeah. So that was this little quickie that I just thought was crazy. The fact that stuff like this happens
is there
to
an
people.
update?
No.
Your idea is good though. Like if you
Hold
really
some money
want
in
to
the
push through a
trust.
settlement,
Yeah.
you hold money and then you give it back
Yeah.
later.
Look,
Yeah.
once I get my final inspection, then I'll give the money back in the trust.
Yeah. It's just, I don't understand on what basis they're refusing it because it says in the post that it was organized a fortnight ago.
Sounds like
So
Mads
they've
might be
given you
right. It'd be a
adequate
different
notice, or unless
agency.
the
It
Unless
sounds
they
like it'd
haven't
be a
actually
different
told.
agency,
Yeah,
and
who knows?
maybe there was a bit of a because sometimes some agencies get a bit funny if their properties are sold and they're
Yeah.
still managing it. It can get a bit yuck.
yeah.
Absolutely. Next one. This is another quick one that doesn't really pose much of a question. It's more just, I just thought it was really sad, to be honest with you.
Sorry, just a.
Does it
I
involve
just,
Ben?
I just thought it was
kind of a, wow.
fair play.
Bit of
We're on one
We're
today.
on.
bit of tension, bit of tension in the room. I'm just gonna all right, move on swiftly from that. The title of the post is "Regret Not Bidding Harder." It says, "What is funny about that?"
Sorry, just funny.
Oh, it just reminds me of what we've gone through today.
That's pretty much.
Yeah, this is what our tension's about. So yeah,
Nice. Okay. Well, again, we're going to move very swiftly on from that. Dom, thank you.
we might
Right.
change the lighting. We're both a bit red.
I'm cooking.
It's a
Heat lamp.
The post basically starts with, "I'm just here to vent if I'm allowed. I just lost my first auction over the weekend. Property ticked all the boxes, tried very hard not to fall in love with it, but I did. Still managed to set a solid budget for the place before I went in. Ended up bidding to my max and lost to the other bidder by $500. I went,
It was your max.
I went home. I
What
went
was your
home
max?
thinking I was very proud of myself for sticking to the budget despite how much I liked it. Lo and behold, I just learned from the selling agent that the other bidder also had the exact same budget as me, but they decided to put the $500 forward to test
They're
their
gonna sell
luck,
their
and they
dog.
got the place.
Sorry, where does that come from? Like the agent, that's just jabbing.
The-
Why would you tell the buyer that?
I
That's
don't
just like they had the same budget. You just
I don't know. They finished the post by saying, "Very upset with myself, and I feel like I won't get over it for a long time. Similar options around the area are now way above my price range. How do I move on from this?" And
Oh.
the best way to get over it is to get under another one, find another property.
we're talking about properties.
What?
I'm pretty
Get
sure
on,
that-
get on,
Get
not
under the
Tinder,
hammer.
Get on
Get
real
under the
estate
hammer
properties.
of another one.
that's a common euphemism, and I think you've twisted that. Anyway, the top comment on the post raised probably the best point about all of this. It said, you don't know how much harder the other person was going to bid just because you lost by 500.
Exactly.
They could have had a lot more room to maneuver and they were just trying to test your limit.
Exactly right.
And this is the reality. You can't kick yourself over stuff like that because you stuck to your guns and stuck to your limit.
Mhm.
The fact that you lost by $500 and now the agent's telling you could have got it if you went over
I'm a
5.
big
I
person
think
for
the
everything
agent's fucking
happens
full
for
of
a
shit.
reason.
I just think
I
that
just
agent's full
think
of
he was
shit.
trying to make him feel better.
I don't know, but that
I
makes you
mean-
feel worse.
Yeah,
Well,
that
maybe
doesn't help.
at the open homes, this guy's gone, look, 1.4 is my absolute limit. Maybe
Yeah.
the other person's posed the same and they've gone to 1.4500. And so he's just said in a passing comment, look, you guys had the same budget, blah, blah,
Mhm.
blah. Probably just a point of conversation, an icebreaker after the auction.
But it's a dagger. Like,
It is. You'd be pretty-
it's
you'd be
probably
pretty
just an
gutted.
icebreaker. I don't know.
You'd be pretty gutted.
He probably meant nothing by the comment, the agent, and it was just something to, break the ice.
They've
And
taken.
and he's like really gone home and got in his head about it. Just jump on realestate.com and start swiping right, mate.
I think
that's how
what you
that
said
works.
before was right, though. You set a budget and you stick to it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
many people get into an auction situation and they get over their head. So
100%. And you end up going over and
Ego
you sort
gets
of-
in the way.
it's
And
literally the
Yeah.
purpose of an auction. It's to get you there and get
Yeah.
your emotions
100%.
high, to get you
that's
to
why you
pay
do
it.
them on site, not in a room as well.
Exactly what they are designed to do at the end of the day. Next one. This one, I feel like a lot of these posts tend to be targeted towards you guys. So I found one targeted at me.
Yay.
So you guys might
Lucky
like this.
Christian.
The title of the reason it caught my attention is because the title in big bold letters just says, "Why are brokers so stupid?"
Why?
Is that the title of your memoir?
He's on one today.
Whoa, She is. What did I do?
Expect it.
I didn't do anything to you today.
I know. I'm just out for it.
I've had a
everyone.
rough day already as it is.
Sorry.
All right.
Locked
so
himself out of his apartment.
we don't need to
We're
talk
outing
about
it. We're outing
we
it.
don't need to talk about
Hey,
it.
anyone? What locksmith did you use? Let's give him a shout out.
ADC Locksmiths.
Oh, yeah,
let's
they're in
see what
town.
you
They
use.
Yeah, yeah.
They were out there within. I called him and he was already on the road, and so I go straight to your place. So they were
Oh,
pretty good. They were pretty
God,
good.
you're lucky.
We'll shout them out. All right. So for context, I'm a conveyancer in Queensland, is what the post says. I deal with brokers daily, as do my clients. Without fail, brokers and their teams never fail to make themselves look like it's their first day on the job. Spelling mistakes galore, poor business acumen, and lack of knowledge about residential lending. You would think that because a significant part of their job is getting a loan processed, that they'd understand how loans and banks work. I've been asked the following by brokers. What is a title search? What is PEXA and how do I join? Why is the interest rate higher than what I applied for? And then in brackets, as if I'm the bank. Why didn't the loan settle? Not only this, but on the phone, they're always clueless, somehow not understanding the process of settlement, despite that being what they get paid on. Are brokers just random people that do a cert for and turn up to the job and give terrible advice and service? Is there any function within the real estate crowd with more incompetence? You would think that would go to agents, but in my experience, they are at least charismatic and know what it takes to get across the line.
That
Or talk their way across
when
the
it
line.
when it comes from someone else within the industry, it's a good jab. Like
You
that's
know the
I wanna
irony?
know your response to
I fucking whinge a lot about conveyancers being morons as well. I really do.
I feel like
And
you're never gonna whinge about your own profession. Like
I do. I say most brokers are dumb fucks. That conveyancer is valid. I agree. I've said this before. That's
what's
what's
PEXA?
that's what separates the men from the boys in our
How do I
industry.
sign up?
It's just at the end of the day, it comes down to in any field, there's always going to be competent, capable people, and there's going to be incompetent
100%.
morons. The difference is with my field and my line of work is that the qualification comes out of a serial box.
Same as
So you
ours.
tend to get a lot of people who just go into it thinking they can make a quick buck and have no concept of what they're doing. And it does happen, which is why you need to get a broker who doesn't ask questions like, what is PEXA? And the last thing you
Can
want
you
is
tell
your,
us what PEXA is, Christian?
I don't know.
No. I'm giving you opportunity for information.
I
for
know,
the
I was making a
people.
joke. I was saying, I don't know what it is.
No, I want you to tell me.
PEXA is an online settlements workspace. So settlements are no longer done by hand around a big table with all the lawyers yelling at each other. It's now done on a digital platform, and that's what PEXA is.
Would have been fun to be involved with those.
Well,
in the
no,
room.
because the reason
No.
why I don't know if it was the reason why PEXA came about. Oh, maybe it was. Dad said that people were selling, apparently it wasn't Dad, but people were selling their property 8 times on the same day. And because it used to take 6 weeks for everything to go through
Get
after
a
settlement,
deposit.
they would take deposit. Oh, well, no, they'd get paid 6 times for the property and sell it to 6 people and leave the country. So that's why the reason of PEXA, same day, instantaneous, crossover, done on the
my
spot,
God.
happened. So that doesn't happen.
And because
But-
it's just easier and more efficient doing it digitally.
yeah, correct.
As well.
Correct.
But
And
anyway,
we've
so
evolved.
yeah, that post was fun. And again, the conveyancer is valid, but again, I will say I've dealt with some very incompetent conveyancers too.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, we just spoke about that one with the pre-settlement inspection. Like the person had to go to Reddit to ask that
To ask
question instead
that.
of actually getting that advice from their conveyancer.
Yeah.
So Goes both ways, guys.
Yeah.
Sometimes when a purchaser or when you approve their offer and they send you
Mhm.
like a conveyancer or who they're using, sometimes you're like banging your head against a wall. And there's some that you just like,
You know,
Yeah,
the job's going to get done quickly.
it's going to get done.
professionally.
It's going to get done good. Not saying like, oh, they'll skate stuff under the
100%,
table, but
but-
like it's going to get done properly. It's going to get done quick.
As with everything in our lines of work, though, it just comes down to simple communication.
100%.
I always say, if at the end of the day, me and the conveyancer, we're on the same team. We both want to get this loan settled for this person. So
like a simple, where
Yeah.
are we at? To your
She's on fire
staff,
today.
mate.
I don't like when they do inside jokes, especially when they're loaded with tension. I'm scared. I want to go home.
Tom's like heaving over to the side.
Mum, can you pick me up? I'm scared. Anyway, next one.
That was good. Sorry. That was
This
good
one,
from
this one is crazy, and I was reading it going, what? Like, who actually thinks to even do this? The title is: I was recorded at an auction and posted for an Instagram reel.
There should be a sign at the front saying we are recording. Please let us know if you do not want to be
Well,
recorded.
Rocked up to an auction with three videographers flying around.
Oh,
Thought
mate,
they
you're
were just
losing
getting videos of the auctioneer and didn't think anything of it. There were no signs or discussions about recording. The next day, I get tagged in an Instagram reel with my full body image featured
Tagged?
multiple times
Why would you tag them?
with
How
the
would they know who he
with
is?
the address, the property, and all of my bids. They even got the losing bidder with their full body and final bid.
Oh, because he won.
I called them furious and they took it down. But I'm still going, what the fuck? What do you think? And then there's an edit and it says, I was the winning bidder. It was my Instagram account and a lot of others tagged in the reel. I don't have an issue of the reel
I'm
and footage
assuming he's
itself.
a local developer or something like that that's got like a business
Some people-
Instagram.
Some people do get a bit. Like, there's a reason that a lot of prices aren't always
Yeah.
disclosed
Yeah,
immediately.
people are
Some
private and-
Well, listen to the rest of the edit. This is some of the points they raise. They say, I don't have an issue of the footage itself. And if it captured me in the background, it's public, as everyone has said. I have an issue with my new address, my image, my voice, my winning
Who's
price
purchased it?
advertised to the world without my knowledge or consent. Any thoughts on
Fair.
what I should do next? I got 2 apologies through text and Instagram DM. I asked the agent to send me an update of what's happening next. This hasn't happened. I don't know if they're planning on re-editing the footage and if they'll revisit their social media policies.
There should definitely be signage up. We are filming. Please let us know if you don't want to be on film.
I just think
But
it's
even
crazy.
all they have to really have up, it's like our privacy.
Yeah, as long as it's up.
It's just
it's
one
up.
piece of paper, and if people don't, 99% of people
It's
wouldn't know
random
it's
that he
there.
was tagged though.
That's stupid. I agree.
Well,
I
so
would
some-
never
It's a bit
tag
random.
them.
Like obviously he's like a
But I
little
get,
bit well
I get
known.
exactly where he's coming from. Well, not even if he's well known. Your name's on the contract.
I
All they do is search him.
I know, but it's like I would never go.
But
to
it's also
I wonder
pretty-
if that
we
person has
wouldn't.
Instagram.
That's what I mean.
But
It's bad
I
enough.
agree with this person posting, like in the
It's
sense that
someone-
if it was
it's
just
your
a footage of
address.
auction, whatever, but it's your full face, your address, and how much you paid for the property. Some people that's very
Mm.
private.
Look, what you paid for it is what it is. If they got the
It'll
last
come public
bid,
knowledge in 12
It is
weeks.
public knowledge,
anyway.
correct. But
I get the part where he's like,
just
it's my
fucking ask
address.
permission.
I don't want.
just ask permission.
Yeah.
It's not that fucking hard.
Mm.
Like I understand that even the address at the end of the day, I can look it up on RP data right now. It's public. It's public information.
Yeah.
But on the same token,
And the next day
There's
as
a
well,
difference
it's a bit
between it
fresh.
being accessible, as in someone actually
And-
has to dig
and
to
being
find it,
marketed.
and being
like
Yeah.
flat, like
And usually in the profession that you have access to that information, you're also a little bit more respectful and professional
generally
about it as well.
correct.
Yeah, not
Those
go
real
do
estate
drive
agents just cold call people for fun.
door knock
Bang,
every
bang, bang, bang. Oh, it's just sold in your street.
My cousin's dog's goldfish's dog breeders are looking to sell the next day. We're here.
That sounds like a pretty sound business
Yeah,
plan.
we're pretty terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, dogs.
Go to
Scum.
funerals.
Scum.
I'll tell you about that one.
Oh,
Rock up at a funeral and your M&J
No,
all
I went to an
polo.
appraisal and the lady at the appraisal told me a real estate agent handed her a card. She'd never seen him in his life,
funeral.
whatever. And at the funeral, and the daughter of the owner and said, I'm going to be your new best friend.
Oh, that's actually yuck.
Name and shame. Who was it?
No,
I'm not.
don't.
Ah, you
We'll
guys ruin all my fun.
After the podcast, I'll tell you.
Well, I'm going
Can we
to name and
beep- can
shame
we
someone with
beep
my
it?
next one, but this one's a little bit more high profile public.
Oh, okay.
So,
No,
did
this
you
is
guys
cool.
hear about on the news that real estate agent who is massively now in the wars because he was caught on film berating a
Yeah,
homeowner?
the guy in Melbourne.
The guy from
he
Ray
was
White.
at Aric when we went up. So he's an agent for Ray White in Melbourne.
Ray
He was
White.
whippersnippering or lawn
She
the
was
blowing.
lady with
really
leaf
blowing,
I
yeah,
didn't
and
see
she
the
got him
video,
on the
but I
camera.
saw it.
Trevor Bowen is his
Yeah.
name, and
Okay.
he basically like one of the things he got caught on camera calling her a. I don't know how far we go with swearing on this podcast.
No,
but anyway,
swear, go
he
for it.
called her a cunt head.
Is somebody called her?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure something like that. It was something similar. It was just like insane.
Yeah, and she was like, "What did you call me?"
Yeah, and
I bet
This-
he said like something. I bet your husband doesn't know. I can't
it was
remember the
bad.
exact-
Like
He
it was
fucking
so
went in.
unprofessional.
He went in.
And like So I've now come up. This came up on the Oz Property Chat. It's a post. Apparently, there was a post to a local Facebook group.
Sure.
Somebody witnessed the exchange and actually posted on Facebook to defend Trevor Bowen, the agent.
So he's really popular. I'm only going off like the presentation he did at AREC, the
He was
real
huge.
estate conference.
He was
He
huge.
apparently has a triangle. They call it something. The something triangle is like the location where he hammers. And he created like a Facebook group, a community one, and like that's his in. And he's very good at then getting business from that.
Yeah.
So we'd be quite popular in the area. I can imagine.
Someone has posted this onto a local Facebook group. Might even be that one. I don't know. But listen to this. So this is the post that someone put up defending him. So I don't really know Trevor, and I've never bought or sold a house with him. I'm not defending what he said to this lady. It wasn't appropriate. However, I happened to be walking past while this was going on, and I can say that this is not the full story. There is more to it. He had been speaking to her for quite some time. He didn't just walk up and start yelling. He was running an open inspection next door, and the lady was using a leaf blower. The noise was extremely loud. From what I observed, he had asked her several times to stop, but she continued. I can understand how frustrating that situation would be. I consider myself a calm person, but we all have moments when we lose patience. Sometimes it only takes the wrong moment on a bad day for someone to react poorly. What he said was wrong. But should years of hard work and a career he worked so hard to build be destroyed over one incident?
Yeah, that is tough.
What if this were your brother, your father, or your son? We are often very quick to judge. Maybe we could all try to show a little more compassion, especially when we don't know the full story.
He's actually a firefighter as well. Real estate's just his side gig. No joke. And he writes like $1 million.
So how much is the firefighter paying? Is that the side?
That'd be
gig
like
or is real
100,
estate?
100. Yeah, it would be because firefighter, you'd be like 100 grand.
Jesus.
But I get that. I completely get that. Like I've had some pretty rough opens where neighbours and
actually around the
people
corner
were doing
from you,
stuff.
I was selling a townhouse, and the townhouse next door, his son would do like weightlifting workouts in the garage that was common walled with the living area during my open homes, the same time every week, like smashing the
I don't think people do it
bar.
deliberately because like you can kind of tell when it's deliberate. And I agree with what this post is saying. That lady was probably doing it deliberately. Who knows? For whatever reason.
Probably had her boot,
Who
like
knows what
her
reason?
beat a bonnet.
There's
that the
probably
neighbours were
so
selling.
much backstory behind it.
Well,
Who
there's
knows?
so many times that you've got like a pain in the ass next door that's purposely playing loud music or stomping,
Absolutely.
or just to be inconvenient.
But the
You
reality
just
is,
bite your tongue.
to defend the actions of that Trevor Bowen guy, I'm sorry, you can't defend it. I'm sure he was frustrated. I'm sure he was
You can be
irritated.
frustrated and you can have
You
a
are a
discussion,
professional.
You can yell, but you can't name.
I had a guy graffitiing
You
my
shouldn't
sign
even
in
yell.
front of me
You're
once, and I
a
just said,
professional.
"Are you right?" And then he started abusing me back that my for sale sign was out the front of his property. He lived in a unit complex. He started abusing me back, and I just
your one in.
no, it was Beach Drive, Woonona.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a Beach Drive, Woonona. He was graffitiing my sign. I said, "Mate, what are you doing?" And he said, "Get it off my effing property," calling me every name under the sun. I just got in my car. I just took 3 deep breaths. I just drove off. But there's so many things I could have said, would have wanted to say.
100%. But the reality
but
is,
you
you are a
can't.
professional.
Yeah.
You get paid good money to do a job, and that involves not abusing people on the
But
street.
I guess you're saying you
So
get paid to do a job, and he can't do his job correctly and properly. If that lady, I don't know.
I
there is
get,
nothing-
I get what you're saying. But yeah, it's
Graffitiing
probably
your
not
sign,
right.
that's different because that is illegal. He's
Vandalism.
fraudulent. It's vandalism.
What
She's-
she's
This
doing
lady
was-
blowing
you know what
using
she
a
was
leaf
doing.
blower, I'm sure she did, but
Yeah.
she's not doing anything wrong.
No.
As frustrating as it is, she did absolutely nothing wrong. She was perfectly entitled to leaf blow in her driveway
Literally
whenever
said
she
to her,
wanted.
"Do you mind just giving it 20 minutes? I'll come out and actually leaf blow it for you."
100%.
Like, literally,
and you know what?
you
Maybe
can
gotta suck
negotiate
up.
with people.
Well, this is
Yeah.
the thing. Maybe he did that, and maybe she still kept doing it.
Yeah.
And maybe he was extremely frustrated. I get that.
There might have
But
been an underlying thing
but-
there or whatever, but you're right. It doesn't.
it doesn't excuse that kind of behavior.
No.
You're a professional. You can't be doing that.
You're right.
Especially when you're in the public eye. You just bad luck. Suck it up, man. And if you can't suck it up, then you're in the wrong field. Go do something else.
Mm.
Yeah.
So I feel zero sympathy for the guy. I really
Yeah.
do. You know, and I get it's hard, and I get he's a human being and might have been having a shit day. But you, as an adult, especially someone in the
An
industry,
adult,
as
yeah.
long as he has been,
Would you ever have done that to your own neighbor? Like, I don't know.
you know what? Even if at a personal level, that's what you're like.
Yeah.
Fine. If you want to work in that kind of industry where you're public facing all the time, you need to basically suck it up.
You
Otherwise,
do,
it's not for
yeah.
you.
Bite
Yeah.
your tongue.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'll agree with that.
Anywho, what do we got next? Agent/tenant problems. Always a great title. Always a great way to kick things off. Hi all. I'm a landlord who is selling my investment property. I'm selling through a different agency to the agency who manages the rental. That's what you mentioned before.
Wow.
The tenant,
Unloyal.
the tenant has put in some complaints within the last week about the selling agent conducting an open home after refusing to have an open home a couple of months ago. I did not know that the selling agent had done this, as he told me the tenant had refused open home inspections and was
They
only
can't.
showing through prospective buyers in private showings. The tenant now wants to terminate their lease and have the break lease fee waived because of what has happened between them and the selling agent. The rental management agency is being supportive of the break lease fee being waived, but they have told me they are annoyed they did not get the listing and only seem to be supportive of the tenant due to this. Would just like some advice on how to proceed.
You can't.
Should the
voice
break
that.
lease fee be waived? Is there precedence for the
paid by the
break lease
landlord.
fee to be
I
waived?
know.
Is the selling agent liable for lost income and lost rental income from the lease termination and blah, blah, blah?
No.
Well, no,
The-
you're
the-
asking
the-
him to do his job. You're asking them to do their job.
Exactly. The selling agent's not liable for it. When you issue the notice to the tenant you're going to sell, they want to leave anyway. Do they want to be there for that process?
No.
And most of the time they know it's going to get bought by an owner occupier.
This is a classic case of boo fucking who, shut your mouth, you stupid landlord.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That is such stupid behavior.
Honestly,
Like-
I have infuriation over selling properties with tenants in them that don't give you access. I always reason with the tenants and I always say, I get nothing out of this and I'm coming into your home and I'm bringing people through and you get no benefit. However, unfortunately, when you do rent, that's something that is going to pop up from time to time. And also, I always say I'm legally allowed 2 hours a week.
Mhm.
I'm only going to ever ask you for half an hour on a Saturday open. And if I need a second time, I will ask. But you've got to work in with them. You've got to negotiate. It's like
100%.
the other story with
Just
calling the lady the
Yeah.
cunt face, whatever her thing, whatever he called her. You got to negotiate with people. Just like you're negotiating a price, you've got to negotiate with people.
100%.
As well.
And look, the selling agent, who knows what went down there, right? But my biggest gripe and the reason this one wound me up so much is this landlord whinging about the early break fee on the lease.
I know. Just let
You
him go.
you
Just fucking let him go.
It's
Let
going to
him go.
benefit you.
You do not, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Force tenants to stay that don't want to be there?
Yeah.
You're selling it anyway.
Mm.
What are you going to miss out on 3 weeks worth of rental
Yeah.
incomes? Fucking suck it up
Get
and
out.
move on.
And
You're selling the property.
and
It's
maybe
irrelevant.
if I'm the selling agent, you're just sucking it up. You're just if it's $1,000, you just knock it off
just
the
add-
top.
Only
Yeah,
if you
like-
sell it.
Yeah.
If not, then
Well, based on the way he posted, I'm pretty sure it has been. Yeah, I think it has been sold. Yeah, there is contract of sale now in place under the edit.
oh, then you just give the tenants, just give them
The,
$1,000.
the dispute happened months ago. The tenant only now wants to end their lease.
Oh, then let it
Oh.
go, for God's
So,
sake.
No.
that's there. That
it's
edit did
actually
the whole
not
he's
your
living
actually
thing.
not liable for
Yeah,
anything.
it's
not
Sorry,
your-
he did his job.
But that last bit of the edit makes it even worse on the landlord because he's saying the dispute happened months ago and the tenants are now wanting to terminate their lease. So
I get
Probably has
why
nothing
he's
to do-
asking the question because he's probably getting the property manager going, well, screw you, you didn't sell with us. We're not going to try and help you as much as we can. And then you get the selling agent blaming the tenant and the
Mm.
property management team. So it's
Absolutely.
get a third point of view. But you're right.
it's
For
just
what,
a case of-
What's the
$1,000
general
bucks,
consensus on the
$1,500
comments? What were people thinking?
most people were saying the general consensus was just let him go. Like
Yeah.
Let him go.
who
Yeah.
cares? Like you're selling the property. Why
Let
do you
it
care what the tenants are
go.
doing?
Yeah, literally. The wise words of Elsa or Olaf. Let it go.
Olaf.
Olaf.
No, it was Elsa.
Yeah.
Elsa sang that song. It wasn't Olaf.
Wasn't Olaf?
Elsa? I've never seen it. Sorry, you have
I
three
actually haven't
nieces.
seen it
so-
either.
I have 2 nieces and a
And a half.
nephew. Thank
Oh,
you.
nephew.
Nephew, thank
Why
you.
did I think it was another girl?
I have
Haven't you got one cookie?
No, well, I've got my cousin's kids as
Cookie.
well. I call them my
Oh,
nieces and nephews. They're not technically my
sorry,
nieces and nephews, but
sorry.
you're probably thinking of Christina's.
Just to clarify,
little one.
Christian definitely doesn't have one cooking.
I don't have any
No,
children.
not
Not that
you.
he knows of.
There is nothing cooking that I am aware of. I can
An
confirm that
immediate
much.
family. You've got 3 nieces.
My brother has 3 kids, 2 girls and a son.
Oh, I thought he always had 3 girls. There you go. Learn something new every day.
But my cousin Dennis and his wife Christina, they have a daughter,
Yeah.
and their daughter was born about the same time as my oldest niece. So I've kind of
You just adopted.
yeah. And because Christina works for us, when her little one was a lot younger, before daycare day,
Yeah.
she used to bring her to work. So she always
Yeah.
hung out
Okay.
with
So
us.
you've just adopted.
Yeah.
All right,
Anywho,
well,
We got time for one more?
I got one more. What are we looking at time wise?
27
7
minutes.
wins.
Nice. Here we got one more then.
Yeah.
This one is interesting because we spoke about it and I was very vocal on I don't understand how this is going to work practically. Remember when we spoke
There we
about that
go.
help to buy scheme?
Yes.
This
The
post is
government
about that.
buying.
The shared
Oh,
equity.
shared
The shared
equity,
equity.
shared
scheme. So
equity.
the government actually buying a share of your
Okay.
home. So this one, I just found this so crazy because it's exactly the issue that I flagged with it to begin with. So maybe I'm Nostradamus too, Ben. I don't know. Can
Oh,
you share
great.
the title?
What am I? Chopped liver.
Chopped liver.
Yep.
These two are just at each other and I don't like it. I feel very uncomfortable. I want to leave. I want to go
Come
home.
on, tell the story,
Come
man.
on.
All right. Help to buy scheme, promotion and back pay pushing me over the income cap after approval. Has anyone experienced this?
Oh,
Hi, everyone. I've been conditionally approved, so pre-approved for the help to buy scheme, and I'm currently under the income cap. I'm about to put in an offer on a property this weekend, and things are moving quickly. But this is where things get complicated. Issue at work was found and resolved and found us getting underpaid. And so we are getting nearly $14,000 in back pay. And I also got a promotion. Now, the promotion alone is not going to result in me
It's
netting
not
more.
problems. Yeah.
I know.
When you're
Oh,
getting $14,000
Oh, my
and I got
steak's too
promoted.
juicy.
Sorry.
The funny part was, like, listen, like, so they're saying the promotion alone isn't going to result in me netting more than $100,000 per year. But with the back pay and promotion for this financial year in particular, I will be over 100,000.
Can I ask it to really back pay it? Like just push it into
push
the
it
next.
away.
Well, this is why the person's asking. He goes, or she goes, I understand I need to be under the cap for final approval and settlement, but I'm unclear how they do it. They want notice of assessment, but I already provided it. How does it change if it's still the same financial year? Do they request other ways to prove I'm under the income limit? And also, let's say I settle and things get sorted before I hit 100,000. Nothing happens, yeah? Because next notice of assessment, I'll be
Love
back
it,
under
yeah.
100,000.
Yes.
I'm reading the way it's written. Right now, I'm more worried about this. If this offer doesn't go through and I have to wait another 2 to 4 weeks of house hunting, and then I go over the limit, and that stops me from being able to use the scheme because I can't afford without it.
Maybe you're paying too high for the scheme. Maybe it's there for the people under the cap.
Well,
Maybe you can afford. I don't know. Like,
I actually
oh,
don't.
come on, man.
That one-
$100,000 a year is a salary. Yeah,
that
you're
one
rolling.
that one is a real
100%.
hairy one. Like that's so.
So, to give you the technical answer, when they assess you based on the previous year's notice assessment.
So they want the next.
So they won't look at it. If you make more than this current financial year, they won't look at it.
okay.
My issue is, though, you're supposed to be under the threshold for the life of the shared equity arrangement.
Oh,
And the issue is that I still don't really fully understand.
but when you hit it, do they just jump off and like?
So
You'd
I've
have to buy
I've done
them
a
out.
little bit of reading. The way I understood, I think what they do is it's a classic case of the government can do checks frequently throughout the life of the shared
Okay.
equity arrangement as much as they want.
So you just want them to not check you.
And
for as long as
the
possible.
reality is, I read
It's
through
like
the
the ATO.
comments.
Yeah.
Some people in the comments were saying that apparently the way the government is going to do it is they're going to check you. And if like 2 years in a row you're earning above the threshold, they'll make you start paying back some of the shared equity.
But see, that's probably not a bad thing because at least you got the loan, you've got the property, and then it's better for you to start paying it off early because everything you've said and like reading my own stuff, having them there for the life of the loan is terrible because you're going to then sell the property and what they've gained in equity, you get no benefit from.
Yeah, but when you're paying back the shared equity, you're buying back sections of the property at a time.
But at least it's only
but how
a
do they
year or
do
2
that?
years down the track.
But how do you actually-
refinance to do it?
No, how do you do that? So if let's say the government owns 30% share and they 2 years worth of you've earned over 100K and they say you need to buy 5% back off us.
Yeah.
Your property's worth, I don't know, 500 grand.
Did your mortgage amount go up, or they want it upfront?
Well, if you're buying back 5% on $500,000, that's 25 grand. Are you supposed to just come up with 25 grand?
Well, I reckon they would just it just maybe increase your mortgage amount.
What if the bank says no? What if you're not eligible? What if at the time you got the
We
loan
need to
rates were
speak to
4%,
someone
now
who's a
they're
specialist in
8%?
this and ask questions.
Yeah, we need to speak to a really switched on broker.
We'll get someone
Fuck,
from
where
the,
would we find one of them?
I don't know. Couldn't tell you. No, seriously, this
It's
is
that Queensland chick.
the conveyancer. Yeah. No, I think it's a case of it's still so unclear as to how it works. So how often are the government going to audit this? What is the threshold for them to say you have to start paying it back? And when you do start paying it back, how do you
They
pay
bluffing.
it back? Like what if they say, yeah, you got to pay us back 10% now, increase your mortgage.
It
But in
needed to
that
be
time since you got
structured.
your loan, even though let's say your income's gone up 10 grand a year, but rates have doubled,
Yeah,
you're not getting more of a loan.
it needed to be
Bank's gonna pay you to
structured.
fuck yourself.
Needed to be structured at the
True,
time of completion,
true.
so there was a clear buyback.
It's so unclear to me how this is intended to work.
Okay.
If that makes sense. And this is a classic case of it. This poor person is so freaked out now, like, oh, I'm making more money.
Are
And
they
now
gonna
I'm worried.
check? Yeah.
I'm worried about, remember we joked about it?
Yeah, my
Like,
steak's too juicy.
Oh no, I got a promotion. Now I can't buy a house. What the fuck? It's so backwards. Like I hate the shared equity scheme so much.
Yeah, it's an absolute fraud, in my opinion. But sometimes you got to do what you
not
got
a
to do.
scheme, guys.
You got to
It's a
do what you got
scam.
to do.
It's a scam, not a scheme.
Shared equity scam.
What's your other favorite saying? Put that on a t-shirt.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Well, I'm all out of Reddit stories, guys.
That was good.
That was
Let's-
good.
They were
Yeah.
informative ones.
Yeah.
A little bit cheeky, a little bit of banter.
Anyway, we're gonna wrap that up there before we go back down that rabbit hole
Yeah.
again.
Before Ben gets slapped by a tortilla or something.
No, it'll be a fist to your jaw.
Yeah,
it's not going
probably.
to be a tortilla at this rate.
With this one.
Oh yeah.
Knuckle busters.
Okay.
Blood
Anyway,
diamond.
we're going to wrap that up. Thank you very much for listening. As always, make sure you check us out on
Amazing.
Apple Podcasts, on Spotify. We're on YouTube. We're everywhere. We have some very exciting things coming in the future, in the very near future, actually.
near
So
future.
Very
we do.
near, very near.
the
Keep
office,
your eye.
the updated recording studio is just the start. We have some big plans coming up
Yeah.
this year.
Ooh, soft launch.
Stay tuned. I didn't say what it is. Stay tuned. Make sure you keep checking out the socials, and we'll hopefully have some very exciting things coming very soon.
Can't wait.
That sounded so forced. What?
No, it's all good.
Just go make your phone calls. All good. All right. We'll just wrap
I thought
up
we were
here.
going to wrap up. Christian was like, "Rah, rah, 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 rah." On that note, ciao.
Ciao.
Then just start scrolling.
Everything presented in this podcast is for information and entertainment purposes only, and all advice is to be considered general in nature. It does not take into account your personal circumstances and financial objectives. Please consider if this advice is right for you and look to consult a financial professional.